Good evening. This is Cub Reporter Ken Cordero coming to you live out of Middletown, Rhode Island. The date today is November 18th, 2013 AD. Which for all you people who went to all-day kindergarten means in the year of our Lord Jesus Christ. I'm being sponsored today by my good friend out of Mystic, Connecticut, Christina Curtin, for 2400 Degrees F, fine jewelry and collectibles. And her number is 860-463-4631. Also, out of Newport, A1 Car Cabin Van. Their number is 401-841-0411. And Jim's Pizza on West Main Road, and his number is 401-619-2704. My email is kencordero@americanonline.com. As our country is just ruined by the Democratic Party in general, starting with our president, Barack Hussein Obama, who should be in prison by now. He should have been impeached. They impeached Nixon because they broke into a hotel room. Where can I start with the president? You want to start at Fast and Furious, where they sold guns to like just criminals because the president hates guns? Him and the Attorney General? Or do you want to go to Benghazi? And it's just right on down. So I'm gonna go to our local paper from the other day. This is from last week. In the Newport Daily News, our local paper, on the front page, ethanol production hurting environment, according to a probe. These people, they always want to try and save the environment, but they're hurting the environment. It's everything. It's the petroleum, ethanol production instead of gas. I mean, they're always trying to save something. And they never get it right. I mean, global warming, they didn't get that right, and now that's not enough. The sea's rising. They're trying to tell you that the sea's rising. They're already having like conferences around here in Newport. I don't know, Salve URI something. It's always, these people always know everything. Just think of how many rivers around the world run into the ocean every day. How much water that is. Why don't the seas rise? Why is that? I mean, I don't know. It's just a question. Then on last Friday, out of the Daily News, Portsmouth has a new police chief. Police chief emphasizes safety, increased traffic enforcement. New Police Chief Thomas F. Lee, who was up in Boston for 32 years. Thank God, he seems all right. I mean, being up there. He says the similarities between Boston and Portsmouth are amazing in terms of what the public complains about. And he says mostly it's quality of life issues. So somewhere in this. Well, I hope we can get a police chief down here that can maybe try and keep the illegal aliens out, and hopefully he's for the Second Amendment. You know, your right to own a gun, because nobody around thinks you have that right, or they want to take it away from you. Hopefully he can say something to the school committee when they're breathalyzing the kids. Whatever happened to the Fourth Amendment? I hope he's big on that. I'm not quite sure, but that was that. Last night I was watching 60 Minutes or something. I don't know who was giving the interview. They were talking to I believe like Warren Buffett, or these like, you know, billionaires, trillionaires, whatever they are. And he's there going, like, they have some club, like, you know, they want you to give like $500 billion to charity and stuff. How about if everybody just lets everybody give to their own charity? How's that? You know, and he's trying to make some comment like, oh, like you only have 500 billion a year to live on. Well, how do you know how much he needs to live on? You know, there's nothing wrong with having wealth. But to have wealth, you have to have value. Because value increases, the more valuable something is, the more money it's worth. And therefore you get more wealth. But these people just like they don't believe in the, you know, in your Bill of Rights, which has made us the greatest country ever, right, on the face of the earth, probably. I mean, what other country are you allowed to own guns in? China? No. I think Pakistan, Afghanistan. How about Saudi Arabia? How about Egypt? You know. So hopefully they can stay on us for our Bill of Rights. But I'm just so sick of everybody wanting something. How about, you know, everybody wants to go, what is it? I want to go pink. I want to go pink. Even the NFL. And now they're all talking about how poor Jonathan Martin or something was bullied down in Miami. I mean, really? Is this what our country's descended to? Football players are crying about being bullied, and the people in the press just harp on this constantly. Oh, you might get a concussion. We might have to save you from yourself. You know, that's not our commentators' jobs, to try and tell people to save other people from themselves. Guys going, like when Bob Costa says, I wouldn't let my kids play football. Well, that's nice, who cares? You know, oh, they might get a concussion. Well, don't worry. Now in school they can't even play tag, right? Can't play tag, no Pledge of Allegiance, no saying prayers. You know, the funny thing is, the last time I believe we were on the top of our academic game and everything, like in schools and stuff, was back in the 60s, when we actually had things like they could play tag, they could say prayers to God, they could say the Pledge of Allegiance to our country. But no, not anymore. And this is what we've come to. Kids can't play tag. Guys in the NFL, they feel bad because they're being bullied. You can't use the N-word. Whatever happened to free speech? What is the N-word? Is it naughty? Is it nice? Is it nasty? You can't offend somebody? I thought that was one of your rights as an American, to be able to offend. You know, free speech. But no, how can you have free speech if you can't say the N-word? Does anybody even know what the N-word is and what it means? If you ask like 5 different people, do you think you might get 5 different answers on what the N-word means? Actually, I think it means nigger. I think that's what they're so upset about. You know, if you call if you call somebody a nigger, I don't know. But you know, even if you did call somebody a nigger, does that really mean you're racist? How about if I go, well, I'm not black? Is that a racist statement? You know, I mean, I don't know. But all these people, they just really disgust me. All of them. How about just getting up and going to work? How's that? Just get up and go to work and quit complaining. Oh, and another thing, these people in the Preservation Society in Newport. They were because they wouldn't let them put a visitor center there, and the Preservation Society wants to put a Preservation Society visitor center at the Breakers. But, you know, some people are saying it's historic and they shouldn't. And these people are going, oh well, I had to go to the bathroom and I had to use a porta-john. Ever hear it depends? They had all these people saying, well, they should. But actually, one of Mr. Vanderbilt's descendants, I believe, said no, they shouldn't. So how's that? Just keep it the fuck out of there. Leave the Breakers alone. I mean, it's just one thing after another. Well, I'm sorry, I've had all I can take for today. But just remember, liberalism, progressivism, you want to be a progressive. What exactly does that mean if you're a progressive? What are you progressing to? Because all these, whatever government does, no matter what they do, they're trying to, that's why they're trying to tell you what to do. How about just getting out of my life? I mean, I can't do anything without having the government involved. Okay, I'm very depressed, and so I'm signing off right now. Remember, go to church. Thank you for tuning in to this edition. I believe it might have been the 79th or 80th edition of Cub Reporter Ken Cordero. Thank you for tuning in. Good night.